What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, LlE. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get straight on to it. Nicki Minaj husband Kenneth Petty, alleged victim, speaks out and made some serious claims against Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty. Now, we all know whether this story from this alleged victim is true or not. It don't matter what Nicki or her husband try to make it seem like something is not. People don't care. He's a registered offender, no matter if he did it or not. It's still not a good look because every time it's something with Nicki Minaj and her husband, people always bring that up. She plastered his ass all over the social media, every picture he's in it. So of course people gonna speak on it whether she likes it or not. Obviously, she don't care, but kind of do care what the media is saying. If what the alleged victim is saying about Nicki Minaj is true, she married him and had a baby by him, and that left room for people to say Nicki Minaj loves to associate herself with offenders and sometimes allegedly lie for them to make them seem more innocent or try to do stuff behind the scenes to make stuff disappear. She has been called out multiple times trying to do sneaky stuff like that. This is not me saying Nicki Minaj loves to associate herself with offenders. It's what's been put out there on social media. So don't get mad at me now. Get out your feelings. I'm just a messenger. Nicki is not excluded from being dragged or anything. Just because I like her music, when it's something negative or positive, I don't care if people like it or not. Just because she our fave, it's being reported. The good, the bad, and the ugly. If you don't like it, you can get gone, period. Nobody excluded up here on this page. Period. The fuck? So anyways, if you get triggered by anything negative about Nicki Minaj, leave now. It's been put out there on social media, so I'm going to talk about it. The stuff that's been put out by Kenneth Petty, alleged assault victim, is not proven to be true. It's all alleged, but I'm not going to sit up and call her a liar either. I will never shame a possible victim, but it leaves room for people to doubt her story because she's speaking with her face, not in the camera, and made serious claims with no proof to back it up. Now, in the video, she spoke about Kenneth Petty violating her and stated that they was not in a relationship, and she denied being a white woman, and she said Nicki Minaj tried to offer her $20,000 to write a letter and say it was all a lie for the courts. This will help Nicki Minaj's husband out by writing a letter to help clear his name and overturn his offender status. And basically, Nicki Minaj, Kenneth, and their team have been trying tactics against her to make it all go away. And now that she didn't take the money, she has been offered witness protection, but she didn't want to be away from her family. And she stated in the video she had been approached by people intended to put fear in her multiple times. Here's a small clip. If you want to watch the full video, the title of the video is Kenneth Petty Victim Speaks Out on YouTube, and it will pop right up for you to watch it. It's 13 minutes long.
Well, that's not what happened. What happened was this mutual person offered me $20,000 to write a letter stating that I lied about what I did. I lied about Kenny assaulting me. I didn't want to do it. I got a phone call from Nicki Minaj herself saying that she got word that I was willing to help them out in this situation because, you know, Kenny had got arrested for not registering in the state of California on state charges, and then he got out, and then federal charges were brought up on him. So she said that she could send her publicist, Joe, out to where I was living at the time. I have since moved multiple times since then, but that she can send Joe out, her publicist Joe, out to meet with me and talk with me about the situation. After that phone call with Nicki, the only contact I had was from street goons. I think she has somebody in her camp called Ganks. He was contacting family members. There was a lot of numbers as far as money being offered, but it was never offered from Nicki, and it was never offered from Kenny personally. It was just people speaking on behalf of Kenny. I have since had the U.S. Marshals come track me down because they got word that I was being harassed to recant my story. I have moved since March. I have moved 4 times due to people approaching my children. My daughter was out one night with some friends at a club, and some random guy approached her talking about he knows who she is, and you know, he knows who her mother is, so she must know who Zoo is. She got really afraid and she ran. If they're happy, I want them to be happy. I just want them to leave me alone. I want his lawyers to stop calling me. I want people to stop harassing me. I have since heard that that because I chose not to take the money that they offered, that they are offering that money for my head. I have no true knowledge of how real this is, but I was offered to be put in witness protection, but that would mean that I would be away from all of my family and my children, and I chose not to do that. My only issue is the fact that after all this time, I still feel like I'm defending myself. People are calling me a liar. People are saying that I messed up this man's life, but it's my life who was messed up. It's my life who has been altered. It's my life. It was altered then when I was 16, having to leave the state of New York. It has been altered now, having to leave where I was living at to relocate. He's supposed to be going to court come the new year, and they're calling for me to testify. His lawyers are saying that they are trying to get his sex offender thrown out. And I instructed the lawyer, like, you're the one who went to school to be a lawyer. So if you're able to do that, knock yourself out. But do not use me. Do not call me. Do not try to subpoena me, because if you do, I'm going to tell the truth. At 16, I was being threatened and harassed to drop the charges. And now I'm being threatened and harassed to recant my story. And I would just like all the women out there who are saying that I'm lying, or claiming that I'm white. I am not white. Claiming that we was in a relationship. We were never in a relationship, ever in a relationship.
But if what she's saying in the video is true, if Nicki Minaj tried to pay her money to lie, then that is foul. Nicki Minaj chose to be with that man and marry him knowing he's a registered offender. She just gonna have to accept that is who she married. If what the alleged victim is saying is true, Nicki Minaj is going to have to accept he did that in the past, and no matter how much you try to make yourself believe something else to make yourself feel better, it still don't change the fact. He allegedly did this horrible act against this alleged victim of her husband, Kenneth Petty. Leave y'all thoughts.